For over a century, the Panama Canal has been the shortest and most efficient route for ships traveling between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. It has played a crucial role in international trade, handling millions of cargo containers each year. However, its dominance may soon be challenged by an ambitious new project in Mexico, a $5 billion trade corridor that could revolutionize global shipping. Mexico's bold alternative, the Interoceanic Corridor. Mexico has embarked on an ambitious plan to construct the Interoceanic Corridor of the Isthmus of Tehuantepec, CIIT. Work began in June 2020, involving the renovation of old railway lines, clearing of overgrown land, and building of modern infrastructure. The project aims to create a fast and efficient trade route, allowing goods to be transported by rail and truck across Mexico, from one ocean to the other. This alternative could significantly reduce travel time compared to the Panama Canal. But how can a railway compete with a waterway? The answer lies in its efficiency and adaptability. Unlike the Panama Canal, which is often congested and has limitations on ship size, the CIIT offers a faster solution for transporting cargo. Large ships that cannot fit through the Panama Canal could offload their goods in Mexico, transport them by rail or highway, and then reload them onto another ship on the opposite coast. This method, though requiring additional handling, could still prove faster and more cost-effective than sailing to the Panama Canal or taking a long journey around South America. Moreover, the Panama Canal has been facing challenges due to climate change. In 2023, Panama recorded its driest year in history, leading to a reduction in the number of ships allowed to pass through daily. This created a bidding war for transit slots, causing delays and rising costs for global trade. If Mexico's Interoceanic Corridor can provide a more reliable alternative, it could reshape the global shipping industry. A historical vision revived. The idea of building a trade corridor in Mexico is not new. In 1884, Mexican President Porfirio Diaz envisioned a rail link between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. By 1907, Mexico had a functioning interoceanic railway, handling significant trade. However, the opening of the Panama Canal in 1914 drastically reduced its importance, causing its cargo volume to drop by nearly 80% in just 1 year. Now, over a century later, Mexico is reviving this vision with modern infrastructure and technology. This $5 billion corridor is part of a larger economic strategy aimed at strengthening Mexico's role in global trade. It includes industrial parks, logistics hubs, and improved transportation networks. The Mexican government sees this as a key opportunity to boost economic development, create jobs, and attract international investment. Global competition. Other challenges to the Panama Canal. Mexico's CIIT is not the only project seeking to challenge the Panama Canal's dominance. Other countries in Central and South America are also working on alternative trade routes. 1. Colombia's Trade Railway, a 240 kilometers railway project connecting major ports in northern Colombia, designed to support, rather than replace, the Panama Canal. Estimated cost, $7 to $13 billion. 2. Nicaragua's Mega Canal, a 278 kilometers waterway, designed to be 3 times longer than the Panama Canal, aimed at accommodating larger ships that cannot pass through the Panama Canal. Estimated cost, $64.5 billion. Challenges: lack of funding, environmental concerns, and displacement of local communities. 3. Honduras Interoceanic Railway and Panama's Land Bridge. Honduras is planning a railway connecting its Caribbean and Pacific ports. Panama is also working on a land-based trade route to reduce reliance on its canal. Meanwhile, climate change is opening new possibilities, such as the Northwest Passage through the Arctic, which could provide an even shorter route between the Atlantic and Pacific. The role of China in global politics. The Panama Canal has also been at the center of geopolitical tensions. Former U.S. President Donald Trump claimed that China was gaining too much influence over the canal. While there is no direct evidence that China controls the canal, Chinese companies have made major investments in Panamanian ports, logistics hubs, and infrastructure projects. In 2017, Panama cut diplomatic ties with Taiwan and recognized China, joining China's Belt and Road Initiative, a trillion-dollar global infrastructure strategy. This move strengthened China's presence in Latin America, further raising concerns in Washington. Recently, the Panamanian government has tried to distance itself from China, but some experts believe that Panama lacks the resources to upgrade its canal without foreign investment. Mexico's economic strategy and Elon Musk's interest. Mexico's revival of its Interoceanic Corridor is part of a broader economic transformation. The country is benefiting from a trend called nearshoring, where companies move their manufacturing operations closer to the U.S. to reduce dependence on China. This shift has attracted major investments from companies like Tesla, Bombardier, and BYD. In 2024, Mexico surpassed China as a top exporter to the U.S., driven by its strong manufacturing sector and strategic location. The Mexican government estimates that by 2050, its new industrial parks will create 550,000 new jobs and attract $50 billion in private investment. This economic shift is one reason why Elon Musk is showing interest in Mexico. Tesla has already announced plans to build a gigafactory in Nuevo Leon, a key industrial hub. With its strategic location, growing infrastructure, and improving trade relations, Mexico is positioning itself as a global trade powerhouse. The future of global shipping. The Panama Canal has been a cornerstone of international trade for over a century, but new trade routes are emerging. Mexico's Interoceanic Corridor, along with other rail and canal projects in Latin America, poses a serious challenge to its dominance. While the Panama Canal Authority, ACP, is investing in major upgrades to keep the canal competitive, the future of global trade is shifting. As logistics, technology, and geopolitical influences evolve, we may soon witness a new era of trade routes that reshape the world economy.